Welcome to my It Had to Be You chord melody guitar lesson. You can download all the lesson material like the tabs and the backing tracks from the link down below in the info box. My name is Sandra Sherman and I simplify jazz for you. We're in the key of E flat major and we have an A1 and an A2 section. Each of these is 16 bars long, so we have our usual 32 bar song form. And we start with a pretty long pickup bar. This is the bar before bar 1. And we're in E flat major scale here. This is our pickup. Had to be, and now E flat major. And now we have a fill. The rest of the bar doesn't contain any melody. We have a fill. It goes E flat, B flat 7. I play it like that. You can play it like this. It depends how you had your E flat fretted. If you fret like this is actually the best. I play B flat 7 bass first, then the inner 2 strings, and back to E flat major 7. Then we have the next pickup. And then we go to C7. And usually I wouldn't bar a chord, but this one is really good for barring. C7, because now we have our fill chord. C13, we add the pinky up here, and then C7 flat 13. So you see how the chords work. Here's the 13, here's your root, and that's the flat 13, right? So we have the 7th chord only up until the G string, 13, flat 13, and back to C7, now with the G on top. That's still a C7. Then pickup bar. Okay, add to F9 sus4. It's kind of the resolution, but a dominant chord, F9 sus4. Let it ring. Then you take the G string and play the next pickup bar. And F9 sus4 again. And the same thing. And that's it for phrase 1 already. Now let me repeat that at slow tempo. 3, 4, 1. Check out my 35 beginner-friendly chord melody jazz standards bundle. The link is in the comment section. Phrase 2 has 10 bars and it's the first ending of the A section. Then we repeat everything and play the second ending. Okay, here's the first ending, G minus 7, inner 4 strings. And I have a chord fill because there's no melody going on in that bar. Again, I do it by playing everything, then the A string, and then the rest of the 3 other strings twice. Going to F9, have a little melody on that B string, F, back to F9, F, G, right? going to B flat 13, the 5 chord. And this is derived from this regular B flat 13 chord. And now you put this 2 octaves up here, and we bar this actually. B flat 13, upper chord. Then we have a little chord fill, B flat diminished. Here is your diminished chord. Bass, and those upper 3 strings again. Or all 4, it doesn't really matter. And back to B flat 13. And now, the B string. And now we go to G7 flat 9. And those of you who follow my channel know already that it comes in the shape of diminished chords. So you can play, if you want to have an altered chord, you can play from every chord tone except the root. You play a diminished voicing. So D is the 5th of G, altered, and you play a D diminished chord. And that's good because you have the F on top. The other way to have a G, you would have this, you know, cowboy style G7 or this. So this sounds so much better. Has that flat 9 in there, right? That sounds really cool. Okay, and now if you have long fingers now, you stretch over to the G here. See, I don't have long fingers. And you go between the E and B string. So if you don't have long fingers, you just let it go. That's totally okay. Okay. Just don't always let it go, because your chord melody is the chords keep ringing usually. It has more flow, okay? Yeah, but that's too hard for me. And now we have 2 bars of C minor, and there's a trick. When there's no more melody going on, you want to fill 2 bars of C minor. You can do that when you comp or when you play chord melody. Here's a C minor, try it. This is the melody. So this needs to stay intact. But now I go play this line cliche from C to the major 7, root major 7, flat 7th, C minor, then a chord fill on C minor major 7, and then C minor 7. So that sounds so much better than just right? Then the B string again, and then I change to this C minor 7 chord. That's actually the same thing as this, it has the same top note. But now I have no more possibilities for the melody, because the melody now is, and what I do is, I just move my pinky. So that's the better voicing here. Going to its 5 chord, that's 2, and here's the 5 chord F13. Again, same as the B flat, here is your root, respectively on top. Back to that C minor 7 thing. F13 again. And now to that F9 here, and you need to bar this. I know a lot of you have difficulties barring this chord. But we need to get the E string in a second. Right now you play until the B string, but now E string, B string. Going to B flat 9 without root. Here's your root. Memorize your roots. That's a D half diminished. That's the same thing as B flat 9 without root. The ear can add the root, you know, by context. And fill. And we're at the beginning again. So here's phrase 2 for you at slow tempo. 3, 4. You can help to keep the free videos of this channel running by donating via the thanks button below the video, or become a paying member and enjoy perks. And here are the last 10 bars. Phrase 2 is the second ending. So you repeat the phrase 1, and then we jump into that second ending. And we now have a C minor 7 up here. I bar this again. Usually I wouldn't bar this, but we have 2 bars that make the line cliche again as we had it down here. I now go up in reverse. So this string changes C minor to C minor major 7 to C minor, just the triad. B string, now the triad is complete now. E flat 7, we now have a 5-1 in A flat. E flat 7 we start. Melody, high E string that is, to the resolution A flat major 7. Here's your root. And now I have an F half diminished with C flat in bass. That's an inversion of an F half diminished or A flat minor 6 chord. It can be so many chords. So that's, and here is your F if you think in half diminished. Here's your root. Melody, going to E flat 6-9 chord, all 5 strings. So this is the normal chord plus the B flat. And then again we have a G7 flat 9 in the shape of a D diminished. We learned that already. Same melody. And now we have the C minor 7 resolution. Lift your middle finger for that 9th here on the 3rd fret. And now we have an interesting thing. Now the song is ending with a like F, B flat, F, B flat, E flat. That's a 5 of 5 going to the 5 chord, back to the 5 of 5, going to the 5 chord, and resolving into the 1 chord. Now, but this all is being replaced. That F is being replaced by a diminished chord. And I told you we can play a diminished chord from every chord tone except the root. The root is being replaced by the flat 9th, and that's what we do here. We start from the F on the flat 9th and we play an F sharp diminished chord. That's the melody. So that's for an F altered chord. And now we go to D half diminished with the A flat in bass. We had this chord up here, now it's moved down here, here's your D, and this replaces the B flat. Remember how we had the B flat 9 chord as a D half diminished before, and now we just play another one which is an inversion. But it's still a B flat, starting on the 7th in this case. Okay, so then you repeat that. Then we go to B flat 13 now, this time really with the root in bass. E string, B string, resolution, E flat. And we could end here, but the composer made a 4 chord in minor. That's called a minor subdominant. That's an old trick to use to kind of delay the ending and make it more nice. That's A flat minor 6 here. Going back to E flat. All right, that's it. And here is phrase number 3 for you at slow tempo. 3, 4. Check out my chord melody playlist for literally hundreds of chord melody video tutorials, all levels. Please give this video a fat thumbs up so it gets seen by many others. Go to my lesson shop, guitarversum.com, and I hope to see you next week. Servus, bye-bye.